This is the AI SEO tool. This is a on-page SEO tool for LLM results and AI answers that are powered by LLMs. And this tool is very much experimental. And the reason for that is that the strategies and techniques for on-page SEO for LLMs is very much a work in progress in the broader SEO community. So we'll be adding new features to this tool as we go. And I'm going to give you a quick rundown of what are the main different areas and sections and how to apply it to your page. So at the top, we have our main strength scores. And the reason that we've chosen these three things is because these are the three biggest areas that you can, they're the three biggest levers that you can pull to ensure that you are showing up in the AI answers right now. And in the LLM visibility section, of course, we are checking that you are in the AI answers. We're checking for your brand and the URL. And the one thing to keep in mind is that at this stage, it is pretty common that the URL is not included. And so there's no need to be alarmed in that case. And just use this tool to get a sense if you're showing up or not. And that the URL is not showing up. That's a pretty common theme. But that will be also changing as well, because we are seeing that ChatGPT and Google are progressively adding more URLs and links into the AI results. Okay, now here's the web mention section. And of course, this tracks mentions of your brand. And the reason this is important is because, of course, mentions of your brand or product is ultimately what determines if you show up in the LLM answers. So this is a super critical area. And in this section, we are looking for exact match mentions of your brand or product and across the web. And the main reason that we've chosen these platforms is these are the main platforms that are correlated with appearing in the LLM's answers. So these are the main sources that we know are being fed into ChatGPT and Gemini as we speak. And here is the relevant score. And the relevant score section, this uses the same technology as search engines and LLMs use to measure relevance. And that technology is embeddings and word vectorization. Now, the scores, how the scores work is, of course, scores around 0 or a couple of hundred, those are very low. Scores around 500, they're more like a maybe. It's not a yes or a no. It's kind of very much a maybe. And then when you have scores of like 700, 800 and above, that's when it's considered highly relevant. And it's much more likely that the LLM will make a connection between what you're targeting and your brand. And the main thing to keep in mind is you don't need perfect scores. You don't need to get a score of 1,000 or 900. Scores ranging around 700 or 800 are perfectly fine. And that's very, very much the scores that we see with top ranking results. And so you just need to be targeting scores around 700 or 800. Okay, now in the fan out query section, this is of course the additional searches that that Gemini and ChatGPT are searching when processing a request, when they are doing a thinking request. And we do have the search volumes here, and yes, it is very common that the search volumes will be quite low, and that's completely normal. And the reason that we still keep the search volumes column here and the data is because in some cases there are some search queries that have a bit of search volume, and if that's the case, then you should very much focus on that search query because it's being used as a thinking request, but it's also something that customers are actively using. And so you can hit two birds with one stone. And of course, we have the SEO difficulties on the right here. And how is this calculated? This is calculated using a combination of link strength and also the on-page SEO of the page. So if the SEO difficulties are quite low, that's very much a sign that it's a good opportunity to target this thinking search query and that it's not going to take a lot of work for you to rank high. And that's about it at this stage. It's still a work in progress, but we'll be adding to this tool every week. We'll be having new features. And the main thing to keep in mind is that the AI SEO tool is very much about getting a general sense and a general overview of what areas to work on. So for example, you could see that if you need to work on your web mentions, but if you're getting high web mentions, then you would know, okay, I need to improve the relevance of my page. And you would definitely very much use the tools like the semantic keywords and the page optimizer tool. That's for implementing, that's for increasing your relevance in a more granular way.